This video is 5-2, Work Together. For this one, we are reconciling a bank statement and recording a bank service charge. Forms are given in the working papers. Your instructor will guide you through the following examples. On July 29th of the current year, Deep Clean received a bank statement dated July 28. The following information is obtained from the bank statement and from the records of the business. We're given a bank statement balance, a service charge, an outstanding deposit, 2 outstanding checks, and the checkbook balance on our check stub. Our first step is to prepare a bank statement reconciliation. Use July 29th of the current year as the date. So we come here to the date and we put in July 29, current year. And we're just going to start from one side and work to the other. So it says balance on check stub number, and it tells us that we have check stub number 106 balance, and the balance it gives us is $1,575 even. So no cents. Then it says we deduct bank charges. So we look, do we have any bank charges? We do. We have a service charge of $2. So I'm going to write in service charge, and the amount is $2. And then I would look to see if I have any others. I don't see any others, so I'm going to come up with a total bank charges, which is $2. Now, charges are going to make this number lower, so I'm going to take $1,575 minus my service charge, which is $2, which gives me $1,573. That takes care of the first side. Now we come to this side over here. Balance on the bank statement. If we look at our instructions, it tells us the balance on the bank statement is $1,528 even. Add outstanding deposits. So we're going to look at our instructions. Looks like we have one outstanding deposit from July 28th. And the amount is $150. And that's the only one. If you don't want to do the date this way, you can also just do 7/28. Either one is fine. Okay, we put our total outstanding deposits, which is $150. Now a deposit is going to increase the number, so I'm going to add those two numbers together. So I start with $1,528 plus $150, and I get $1,678. Okay, that's my subtotal at this point. Now it says we're going to deduct outstanding checks. We're given 2 outstanding checks. We have check number 103 for $70, and we have check number 105 for $35. Okay, then we want to get a total of those two, which is $105, and it tells us that we're going to deduct, which means subtract. So I get my calculator here and I take my $1,678 minus 105, and I get $1,573. And our goal at this point is that this number and this number are the same, which they are. So we balanced our checking account without any problems. Okay, next thing it asks us to do is to record the service charge on check stub number 106. So here's 106. Our service charge goes on the other section. We do have to write really small. So we're going to put service charge $2. Now to actually get this part recorded, we would fill out this top portion of this check stub. And our check stub balance on check stub number 106, it tells us in the instructions, is $1,575. Okay, then we are going to not have a deposit, so we just write $1,575 on the subtotal. And then we have a total of $2 that we're subtracting here, which gives us $15.73, which should equal our adjusted check stub balance right here. And we're not going to fill out the rest of this check stub until the check is actually written. So we stop right there. Okay, step 3 says record the service charge on the general journal, page 14. So I'm going to go ahead and number this page 14. Use memorandum number 44 as the source document. And we're going to put this in miscellaneous expense. We're going to record this on line 14. This top part just indicates that there is part of the journal that's not listed. We are in July, so we'll put in JUL 29th. Now we're not at the top of the page, so we're not going to have to put the year in here. And let's see, we are going to debit miscellaneous expense. And we're going to credit cash. Our source document is memorandum 44, so we put in an M44. And the amount of our service charge was $2, so we put 2 in the debit and 2 in the credit. And that takes care of Work Together 5-2. Now you get to do on your own 5-2.